So this coat will then, when it dries, it'll be like super, super fragile. My name is Heather Benning, and I am the director of the Art Gallery of Swift Current. I am an artist and educator. I work in sculptural installation, media, and then standalone sculpture as well. 3 years ago, my husband and I moved to Swift Current as part of the succession plan for the Art Gallery of Swift Current. I'm working on a newer body of work. I often in my work talk about home, the longing for and loss of. I work a lot with my familiar history and the migration of my family. And there's a reason why we left and came to these locations, and I'm sort of investigating that in my works. I don't have as much studio time as I used to have because the role of director here at the gallery is quite demanding. It's probably the first time that I've started making a body of work where I don't have a set path because I haven't had all of the time to sort of reflect and contemplate where I'm going with the project. And so what I'm doing also is I'm using other sculptures that I've made out of oil-based clay. And I'll take silicone molds off of these sculptures, and then I can cast them, and I can cast multiples. And so the idea of casting multiples is that multiplying work is also another way of forming another statement. For example, with the project that I have here in the gallery at the moment is an excerpt from a larger piece, a larger installation that was called Work Hard, Be Nice. And with that piece, there was 30 girls. They were all cast from the same mold, and they were all standing sort of on the floor of the gallery. So using multiples as a form of communication as well has definitely assisted my work and probably will always stay in my work.
I started as a painter. I've become known for collage work. Now I do a lot of mixed media sculpture. I've been fortunate enough to be showcased almost all the way across the country. My name is Tim Moore. I'm the preparator here at the Art Gallery of Swift Current. With all of that experience that I do bring to the gallery here, I like to try and create a certain standard within the gallery. Elevate not only the gallery, but the work that comes into the gallery. I want to be able to show it in its most professional way possible. And to create a professional space for artists to want to show in. Anytime we start setting up a room, it's always a collaborative effort. So between Heather and Kent and myself, we all kind of come in and try and decide how to start. I think because we had a lot of sculpture here, it was a little bit of a challenge in order to do the groupings. Putting certain sculptures together and trying to still create a good path through the gallery.
The focus of the Members Salon and Sale this year is an opportunity for us to celebrate and appreciate the artists and artisans of our local community. This is the first Members Salon and Sale. There has been in the past other salons, but they were predominantly curated exhibitions. The artists came out really well for it. We had 45 submissions, and there's over 100 pieces that are hanging in the gallery and in the lobby area.
As members of the gallery, the staff are definitely encouraged to show our work as well. Color Chart Coupon is a work that encompasses 265 erasers. The initial inspiration for this piece was basically the erasure of culture and the erasure of identity. I'm a Métis artist, and so these erasers are basically a metaphor for both identity and culture. They are each stamped with a watermark for Métis script. So in this particular piece, it is basically talking about the eraser of script, of land and privilege.
Well, the two pieces that I did that were accepted were both landscapes. We have a little cottage up at Clearwater Lake, and that's what I did this summer. Was every week I would paint a different picture. And one is of just life on the main beach, and people are out playing in the water, and it's a sunny day, and there's an old couple kind of sitting close together on a bench, and I call it Love on Main Beach. It's really a cool picture. I'm Dennis Hall, and I'm from Kyle, Saskatchewan. I'm a member of the Artist Salon here in Swift Current. I like the idea of being able to show my pieces. I'm not really here to make money off of them and to sell them, but it'd be just nice to be in a public place and to show your pieces. I think it's a great opportunity.
Cooling curls, and sometimes they make really interesting shapes when they're coming off, and you can kind of play around with shape a lot.
The Art Gallery of Swift Current has definitely put a major focus onto our educational platform, and we are trying to target all community members, local artists, and not necessarily artists, just those who may have had an interest in art in the past and have now recently retired and have a little bit of time. And we're also focusing on a bit of an art tourism idea as well, where we're bringing people into our educational centers to take classes with some of our exhibiting artists like Charlotte Ferrero, for example. It's important, I think, and it's another form of outreach to the community and to show value to your community, is to create as many opportunities for them to engage with us as possible and for us to engage with them. Education ultimately is the start of bringing comfort of the arts into a community.
The other thing is, you know they're there.
There is a lack of arts education in rural areas, and we have the facilities and we have the ability to provide it.
Well, in my teaching, I specialize in what I call frightened adults, people who at some point in their youth were told or came to the conclusion that they were not good enough to make art. They should do something else. And I want to bring people back from that point into a place where they're once again like a child, enjoying just the exploration of art and art materials. My name is Marsha Schult. I'm a professional artist in the Swift Current area. I work in pastel, I work in glass, I work in clay, bronze, paint, you name it. I've tried it. What I do is I ask my students, what do you wish to get from this? What are your personal goals at this point? And my job is then to help you get there, to find you the tools that will get you to what you want to do. And for some, it may be highly realistic painting. For others, it may be cartoon drawing. For still others, it might be abstraction and playing with color. It doesn't matter what your goal is. What matters to me as an instructor is to give you the tools that you can learn to get to that spot and enjoy being there.
I believe a public gallery needs to develop a relationship with its local artists. They are basically, a lot of times, not only are they artists, but they're also patrons of the gallery. And any public art gallery, any regional art gallery should take an interest in their local artists. Become a bit of a hub for professional development. Also have the ability to promote their local artists.
I also know how hard it is to be an artist and to be an artist as in full-time employ where they don't have additional sources of income, so I'm aware and understanding of that. And I'm definitely an advocate for artists, and I always have been from working with CARFAC and being an artist in residence when I was in my mid-20s in Redvers, Saskatchewan. It's important to appreciate, to value, and to mentor if you can, but also assist and develop currently established artists as well.
Are you an artist who's interested in appearing on maxTV Local? Email us at max.local@sastel.com.